The Gunnaz Podcast.
We're back with another Gunnaz Podcast. We have two demons on the call, you know, two Man U fans, the worst fans of them all. Right?
Yeah.
We have Richard, the king, and King Nandez on our call today. As you know, I'm Dylan, and this is Rellet. So let's get into it.
All right, great. So let's start off. So the first thing I want to talk about today is for you, Man United fans. What are your opinions on the transfer window so far of your club? Let's start with Richard.
Well, bro, personally, I really think Manchester United could do better. We gave up Sabitzer back to Bayern, and for me, that transfer will go for Mason Mount, and the amount of players that were available, the quality players that were available, he could do better. For example, Gundogan, that's man a free agent. We lost him, right? That gone, right? Like, we have Sabitzer. That Bayern wanted 15 million for Sabitzer. That man can hold the midfield. That man can distribute, and he's very physical. Cool now, we lost him, right? We go for Mason Mount. Mason Mount, you know. But before I even touch that, Leicester City drop out of the Prem. Man like James Maddison, you know. We wanted that man when he was in the Prem. Leicester wanted 80 million for him. When Leicester drop out of the Prem now, they wanted 40 million. I was looking at Manchester United just waiting for them to announce him. 2 days, 3 days after I see them announce Mason Mount. Well, I'm not going to bash any players. I just really think that we could do more. I think I think the most important thing Manchester United need right now is a striker. We don't have a striker, an out-and-out striker that is. And the midfield we could wait. We could prioritize more for a striker. But the transfer in there right now, I think I rate it like a 5 out of 10. So yeah.
Man United tears, that's wonderful. 5 out of 10. Alright, let's go. Let's head on to Nandez, my good friend. How do you rate your window?
Well, so far, to be honest, a lot of Man U fans not up with Mason Mount. I can understand why, but we have to look at it in tenor perspective. And Richard said we should have signed Sabitzer. I kind of disagree because from January he came into the team, he had a lot of injuries, and we don't want to sign a player who have injured during the season. And he was here for 5-6 months and missed many games. Mason Mount, I think Tenor is evolving. He's trying, he might try something new, in my opinion. That's the reason he signed Mason Mount. I don't think he's coming to play the attacking midfielder role where a lot of people, they say they want Maddison, but Maddison would play an attacking midfielder role. I don't think Mason Mount will play that role. Mason Mount is a pressing machine, and I think he will play where Christian Eriksen is playing. Maddison cannot do that job. Maddison won't up and down like what Mason Mount would do. Hence, I believe that's the reason why Ten Hag signed Mason Mount. Onana deal now, good sign, I can't bash it, but why we take so long to sign Onana? We don't have a keeper right now. We have to use Sam Eaton.
Ian Henderson.
We don't have a keeper right now, and we have a preseason game against Arsenal. Sam Eaton will not goal, probably. But all in all, I kind of disappointed because Arsenal gone 3 signing. City, we can basically say 2 because Garvidal will sign soon. They got Kovacic. Liverpool gone a 2-3 signing. We came third, and we are moving like we came first. We are moving so slow with the signings. We wanted Kim Min-jae. We waited so long. He gone to Bayern. So we are just slow with everything. We just go to one player 3-4 weeks, then move on to the next 3-4 weeks. By the time maybe as Rasmus Island we are go for the striker. By the time we go for him, somebody swoop him up. So we are moving too slow. But so far, I would have said 6 with Onana and Mason Mount.
Alright, cool. And as you guys know from the previous episode, Dylan and I rate our window very highly because our team has been proactive in the market and our team has been moving like a big club. So yeah, we're very, very happy with our window. So yeah, another thing I need to know is, are you scared of any team? So you talked about Liverpool, you talked about Arsenal, you talked about Man City. So yeah, are you guys scared about any team so far based on the business they've done in this window?
Well, as much as it hurts me to say this,
Come on, say it, man. Say it, man.
Arsenal, you know, with the team that they have before, just the team before, you know, and then inclusion of Declan Rice, Urian Timber. Those players are going to bring something special, right? Special to the team. And then I think they have one of the best attacks. Yo, them are gonna kill me for this. But they have one of the best attacks, you know. Other than Man City, everybody has to fear Man City. They're Manchester United, they're Man City. Right? The only other thing to do the treble, so you have to fear them. But also, not gonna lie, this team has been giving me trouble for us over the years since I'm in the Prem. I would say Brighton. I think Brighton is going to be a real powerhouse this season. Based on how they're playing, they signed Joao Pedro, who I wanted Man United to sign. I'm not signing. So I think Arsenal and Brighton should be aside all sides to look out for this year, and let's just see what the Prem brings. You know.
But no Liverpool.
Well, you know.
Yeah, no Liverpool. No Liverpool.
That 7-0 last season was just one of them things there, you know.
Alright, it's 7-0 pass. Alright, bro. So, alright, Nandez, let's hear from you now.
To be honest, based on the transfer in there, you got to be honest, it's have to be Arsenal because Declan Rice is a top player. Julian Timber, upcoming, you will get better and better. Havertz, maybe Arteta find something special in him, but I honestly believe Arsenal need a forward to go that level. Because I'm not sure Jesus will give you the 25 to 30 goal a season. But maybe the goal spread across the board. But Arsenal here, and I honestly believe people underrate Liverpool.
Exactly.
Like, them are have a good team. I strongly believe so, honestly. Who say Brighton and Newcastle because they are in Europe. I think the squad need more addition. So I think the Europe are going to take a toll on Brighton. But Arsenal and Liverpool, I honestly feel those teams are the team to watch. Maybe Chelsea because they won't have any distraction and Pochettino will have a lot of money to spend. So maybe Chelsea creeping, but Arsenal and Liverpool for me. City are the favourites, so we don't even have to talk about City. But yeah, for me, those two teams.
Alright, cool. Dylan, anything you want to say before we move on?
Yeah, I just find it interesting that Richard not afraid of Liverpool still, because they can't get clap up 7-0. It's never said you don't start in that game. Like, they can't get clap up 7-0 and can't.
Yeah, true. But overall, I agree with Nandez as well, because last week when we asked this question, I was like, yo, the signings that Liverpool made, and if they can keep on to players like Fabinho and Henderson, because remember they have links to that I league, right? So,
bro, did you hear how much they're going to pay Henderson?
Yeah, bro, 700k a week.
Crazy.
So
you can't even run the man, dog. Like, the man has 2 years left on the contract. Brother, I would the money and run, dog. Retire is real.
Yeah, and he's won everything in the game as well. So that's different from the Party case. We'll get to it in the other episode with you and I. Party hasn't won anything with us as yet. So that's slightly different. But yeah, let's move on. So yeah, now we know that the teams are going into the tour of the US. I see here Manchester United have 7 more friendlies to play, while Arsenal have 5. I think 7, me personally, like 7 games in a preseason. It's like you guys want to pick up injuries before the season starts.
Too much.
But yeah, you guys have Leon on the 19th. We have the MLS All-Stars on the 19th. And then it's Saturday, the 22nd. Arsenal will face Manchester United. How are you guys feeling about your squad leading into that game?
Alright, personally, bro, going into that match still, based off the match I would play against Leeds, I would say using the young players and incorporating the young players with 1 and 2 in off our starting players last year. I think going into the match, it's a preseason match, right? It's a preseason match. We want the young players to feel like they can get game time, right? I think that going into that match, I know it now the draw. If that match draw, I support Arsenal. You can tell the world say if that match is draw, what the fuck? I say Saka good. You know what the word Saka, innit? So I think the match against Arsenal would be the man on my side, so not gonna lie, but I think we can either get 2-1 win or 3-2 win, you know. But I really like
Richard, I don't want to cut you off, you know.
Yeah.
But why is it that you don't rate Saka?
Alright, people, check. As you know, Richard from Impulse Force here, and I just want to talk to you. We just have the maddest collaboration with 876 Gunnaz, wickedest podcast right now. All I talked about is a deadline date and a promo code. So we're offering a 10% discount. All you have to do is send me the code, which is 876 Gunnaz, for the 2023 to 2024 first deadline date. That would be July 27th of 2023. Get 10% off and send me the code, any jersey, customization, anything. There's any piece and see all this season.
I mean, yeah, you setting me up, bro.
No, I know.
Bro, guys.
He's overrated. He just came onto the scene and all of Arsenal gravitated to him. He's not of a caliber where I would say, yo, that man, him paying up. I need that man on my side. You know, he's a good footballer. He's alright. But the level that people are pushing him at, the comparisons like Thierry Henry. If you compare Saka to Thierry Henry, those comparisons are like too much. So I just can't find him to be a player that I would say, yo, I need him, you know. But let's see what he does in the Prem this year. Last year, him averaged, I think, like over 10 goals, 10 assists, which was not gonna lie, in the Prem, that's really good for a young player. But I just think that he needs to build himself more before I would say, oh, that man's a good player, you know. But
No.
I look forward to the match.
No, but remember the days when Man U fan, Nandez, you're probably one of them that used to say Brandon Williams versus Bakayo. You know, remember them days?
And Brandon Williams,
The time the
hey,
relation between Brandon Williams and Saka, and then we go through remember Jadon Sancho and Saka, and what happened to Jadon Sancho compared to Nicolas Pepe?
Exactly. Bro, the guy is mentally strong. He's physically strong. He's grounded, right? The guy starts in every single team that he's been in since he broke through that Arsenal team. Any coach, the England team, he played all the games in Euros, he played all the games in the World Cup. He plays almost every single game for Arsenal. Arsenal ended the season. He went straight to England, started 2 games on an injury, had 5 days rest, and is back with Arsenal and scores within 7 minutes of playing. The guy's a machine, bro. Right? So I just want
you know that Saka walks in to your team. Anthony would have a cleaning boots.
Yeah.
Anthony would have up on his boots and make sure that the New Balance boots the man have a clean bag.
So let's hear from Nandez. How are you feeling going into the preseason tour, playing 7 games and meeting Arsenal?
Well, to be honest, I'm more looking at the style of play, to be honest, because this is the second season. Man, you have not played technical football as yet. Because main reason, the keeper, they cannot play that style of play. So with Onana coming in, I'm more looking toward the style of play. If we're going to still play the counter-attacking football or we are going to transition into the Ajax style of football with Onana in goal. So I'm not really looking at the results, but just the style of play. Because last preseason, we had a very good result in the preseason. Beat Liverpool comfortable. Crystal Palace, we played brilliant football and onwards. And then started the season, first 2 matches, we lose. You get me? So I'm looking more towards the style of play and how Mount and Onana look with these players. And I kind of disappointed we don't have a striker because if we're gonna play a system, the striker is important to get used to the Bruno, the Anthony, the Mount, Casemiro. You get me? So it's more like just this how we're gonna look this season. I'm looking at the style of play, but against Arsenal, two styles in football I don't like losing to. Arsenal
And
and
Chelsea.
Chelsea. I hate losing to those two teams because the fans get onto you. Even if a practice match, they're onto you. Because we played Leeds and people attack Mount and like me I say a friendly match, nobody you get me. So unless they feel maybe Man U win, reason being Man U start them pre-season before Arsenal and maybe they have a higher fitness level maybe. But I'm probably say a 2-2 draw. You get me? I'm not really looking like for the result, but maybe a 2-2 draw.
Alright, cool. Dylan, how are you feeling going into the game and our 5 matches? So we'll have, let me just run through them. We'll have MLS All Stars the 19th, Man U the 22nd, Barcelona the 26th, AS Monaco August the 2nd, and on my birthday, August the 6th, we have Manchester City in the Community Shield. How are you feeling?
Well, that for me is mixed emotions still because I think from the first game that we'll talk about in the following episode, I was extremely disappointed in how we played against Nuremberg. I think you're supposed to just put them side to bed easy. And I think it's something that's following us from last season that we'd never put games to bed, right? But we'll get into that in the next episode. But for me, looking into the Man U game still, as Nandez said, there are two teams that I hate to lose to, right? It's Manchester United and Chelsea, right? I hate that. Spurs is not even a side when it comes down to it. But Manchester United, me not care which game. It could have been Granny FC versus Granny FC. Me no business that. Me no want to lose Man U, right? So, for me, I think the man them just have to put everything on. Like, I don't even care if we lose against Barcelona or whatever. I think Barcelona will be a good test because that's Xavi versus Mikel, two peps on them. But I think the Man U, I don't think it will show much if I have to be honest with you. Because if you really look at it, like, both teams are really just coming back, right? Mount don't even know him roll yet, right? Both sides are kind of figuring it out. But I'm excited to see Declan Rice. And I want to see Declan Rice mash up Casemiro. But, if it don't come now and Rice will wait until end the season to mash up, do that still. But, it's always a good feeling beating Man U. But if I had to give a prediction, I don't know, maybe a 2-2 actually sounded like a result that sounded right. But if Man U don't have a keeper, it have to be like 3-1. Because if it's Tom Heaton in goal and we really lose, and I guess it depends. If it's like, how they did it in the Nuremberg game that, you had first half FC and then second half. Mm-hmm. If they do it like that, then it's different. But if I actually play a strong side against Tom Heaton, then 3-1.
Yeah. I agree in some part. So my prediction is 3-1 to Arsenal, obviously. The reason being, just because, like, we know how Arteta is in preseason. Like, when he has everyone in, he's going to start his strongest 11, right? The others might come on. Like, look at last season. We played Orlando. We played Chelsea. We played those teams, right? The first team started. So I think the Nuremberg game was just preparation. That first week in Germany at Adidas headquarters, just getting the fitness in. And I believe the first team will start. So with the first team starting, I expect us to go all guns blazing. The guys know that they put in a shallow display against Nuremberg. Even though I think we were, even though I think we were in control, and it was just a goalkeeper mistake that gave them the goal. Apart from that, they didn't really have a sniff. I was excited to see Nwaneri, stuff like that. He'll get his chances, but Yeah, I think we'll win the game 3-1 or 2-0 comfortably. The only way they might get a sniff, in my opinion, is if we make those changes earlier or we put on the youngsters with 20 minutes to go, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm pretty confident. So yeah, we're just gonna finish off this episode, and I wanted the top four predictions. Uh, yeah, that was a surprise one.
Richard needs to say prediction for the game.
I did.
Oh,
He
you
did.
did?
Yeah,
I said Man U 2-1.
yeah.
You said what?
He said Man U
No,
2-1.
the real prediction. No, the real prediction.
Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1.
All right.
Alright, bro. Alright, so now let's get those top four predictions.
Alright. No particular order, none. Guys, this is kind of rough still. But before I say it, I know a lot of people expecting Newcastle to come up right now, but honestly, after a season, I don't think they can replicate that season right now. They're going to be in Champions League, brother. You know, the toll that I got to take on them, they're not used to Europe football as much, so I don't think they can manage both. But top four, you know, we have to go with the Man City. I would say the Man City, Manchester United, of course. Arsenal. I know it's going to come on Saka still, but not gonna lie. As I said, I'm expecting Brighton to do some stuff still. I'm really expecting Brighton to be in a top four. I know it looks weird, you know, but I've been watching them. I like their football. They're playing top quality football. Honestly, the only reason why they never get top four last season, they draw 2 matches, which they shouldn't have drawn. Easily could have been in. So I really expect that. I know it's weird, but that's my prediction. So Man U, Manchester United, City, Arsenal, and of course Brighton. I mean, yeah.
Alright, so Nandez, let's get your top four predictions.
Honestly, I'm kind of concerned about Man U situation because majority of the team them actually recruit good. We as fans with after Ireland and Onana, we're not sure where we are go for. You get me? And Chelsea don't have any distraction this season. I honestly think Pochettino going to do a good job with the Chelsea team. Liverpool definitely go end up. Them are come back in the top four. Arsenal, Man City. That is not the top four me I predict, but those four teams definitely are go likely have a better season than Man U. But I feel City will win it again. Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, and Newcastle are going to fight for that last spot in the top four. But the good thing, a 5 team are going to Champions League this year. So, 4th and 5th, now if you are worried them head. But as Mr. Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, now give Man U the 4th, Chelsea the 5th, Newcastle.
Alright, cool. Before we head on to Dylan, Richard, I almost forgot, that was a good point, and Nandez said there are 5 teams in the Champions League this season. So who would be your 5th team?
Oh, honestly, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
I think, as Nandez said, I think they have a really good coach, and they discharged so many players last year. Oh, you have a squad with like 30 top players, isn't it? I think the distractions now will be gone, and I think they will be gunning to actually bring back pride to themselves, to the club, you know, them London pride of them have, and them blue people. So I really hope, and honestly, I would like to see Chelsea again in the Champions League. They play good in the Champions League. So let's see. I think Chelsea would actually take 5th and come to the Champions League.
Yeah, and Frank Lampard also did an interview the other day where he was speaking extensively about his life and also about his interim role at Chelsea, right? And he was talking about having 30 top players in one team, having to tell a player like Aubameyang or tell other top players that are internationals, right? These aren't just young players, these are internationals that, hey, you have to stay at home. And at one point, he just got tired of having to tell them every week, you're staying at home. So Yeah, that was really a challenge for Chelsea last season. Dylan, your top four, your top five for Champions.
Oh, in order.
Yes, all right, pressure.
Okay, so this is what I'll say. Between first and second is going to be Arsenal and Man City. I wonder where Arsenal will win it. I think one, if we get knocked out of the Champions League early, I think that might be a factor. And two, it depends on the Thomas Partey situation. If Partey goes and we don't replace him, then I could even see us dropping down to third. Right? Because I think it's genuinely, we really don't know what's going to happen because you're losing, Partey, not now, but Partey was being discussed to be the best DM in the league for let's say 20 games, right? You're going to lose him, put in Declan Rice, and after how you hear people say that the sixth position took him 2 years to learn, something about that for me just not right. So I think the only caveat for me is what happens with the Partey situation. Even if I'm on like Caicedo or somebody, I feel like we need to shoot for the stars if we go a Lego Partey. But if Partey stays, then I think that we can win it. Right? So I, as the deluded Arsenal fan, Arsenal, City, Man U third, Liverpool 4, then 5. If Hurricane stays, for some reason, I don't know why, but I think if Hurricane stays, with Maddison and Son, I think them can cook still. So I think either Spurs or Chelsea. Spurs.
All right, cool. So my predictions, I'm gonna say to my chest, brought out Arsenal. 20 years since we won this Premier League. We have the record on our jersey. We have the golden strips. We have Havertz. We have Rice. We have the team. Once a key party, Arsenal first, Man City second, Liverpool third, Manchester United fourth. This is where it's sticky. I would say between Newcastle and Chelsea. I think if Newcastle can get in like one or two more signings, which I think they will, then Newcastle or Chelsea, Spurs will be in the Conference League again. And yeah, my top five: Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Manchester United, and Chelsea or Newcastle.
Tyrell, sure, Tottenham in Europe. Nothing so,
No,
Villa get it.
Tottenham, oh yeah, Villa is there, but remember,
About Villa, maybe
now that we have the 5 spots for Champions League, I think it's going to trickle down. So we're going to have Europa League spots, or maybe 3, and then a Conference League. So there's enough, like 8 teams, or maybe 9 this year might have a chance at Europe, almost half the league. So it's going to be a good fight. The football is just going to get better. Any last remarks from you guys?
Villa 5.
All right. Last remark. But I always say this. Other than the controversy that surrounds this player, I think Mason Greenwood is best player over Saka any day. Mason Greenwood any day over Saka. That man is. If I had Mason Greenwood last season, trust me, I'll be finishing higher in the table. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, bro. Nandez, last remarks.
I agree with Richard. Any Greenwood is still in a Manchester United team. It would definitely be top 10 in a EPL right now. Better than Saka, but Saka is man right now, so we can't deny that. Yeah.
All right, so that's basically it, guys. Dylan, tell them what to do.
Okay. Well, you give us something to clip up still, but yeah, man, like, subscribe, follow. Oh, Impulse. Want to Impulse? Yeah,
Impulse. All right. We'll set a link in the description for you guys to go ahead. So check out Impulse Sportswear. You get the best jerseys, good quality, top tier. Here's the CEO, Richard Mont Richard. as Dylan said, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, and share. That's it for this time, guys, and we'll see you next time.